It's okay.
Third time lucky, guys.
You sure?
Yes.
Yo, people, what's going on back right now? Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Again, don't forget for TDM Radio on all social media platforms. Your host, Jungle J. And I got a special guest. Actually, no, forget that. I got two special guests today for you lot, yeah? I got Ree London and Ash London. Jeez! Ladies, I'm upset with you lot already, innit? Like,
Why?
she don't like Wizard of Oz. How can you not like Wizard of Oz?
You're like Ashley, man.
Listen, guys, we're not going to go there. All I know is click the hills 3 times. That's all I can tell you about. I don't know the rest of
no
it.
place like home.
I don't know what to say.
Click your heels 3 times.
Can I be real with you guys? I didn't want to tell you before, but I've never watched Wizard of Oz.
Serious?
You're cancelled. That's it. You're cancelled. Get out. You're cancelled.
No, I don't understand because I've never
what
watched...
do you mean you understand?
No, because I've never watched Avatar, but everyone keeps talking about Avatar to me,
What do
innit?
you mean you haven't watched Avatar?
Who's sitting there for however many hours to watch a film?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing that.
Both of you are disgraces. What is this?
Avatar.
Both of you get out.
Just
Just because you're dressed like one, Ria. Let's not go there. Just because you're dressed
All right,
like
I prefer Smurf. I prefer the term Smurf.
Well, you're matching both at this point. So we'll do it.
all right then.
But ladies, welcome to 2024. Hopefully you had a good New Year's and you
Yeah,
do anything
we
special.
did.
And I miss.
Keep it PG if you got
Yeah,
stories.
no, it was
No,
special.
we
It was
had
definitely
very
special.
good New Year's.
You sure, yeah?
Good New Year's,
Definitely.
Okay. So what's your New Year's resolution then?
Gym. I bought my
Oh, that
gym
cliche.
membership yesterday.
Oh, that cliche.
No. I bought my gym membership yesterday.
You're in the gym clothes.
Music magazine. I write for a music magazine. So by the end of this year, I'm hoping to have some amazing goals achieved. And I don't want to give that away right now because the stuff that I got coming.
So how was your 2023? Was it good then? Was it bad?
Oh,
Yeah, we became friends again.
yeah.
Oh, you fall out?
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
we hated each other.
We was
We
not on the
hate
good
each
books.
other.
No. Definitely was not in each other's good books.
Yeah, but we love
Very
each
much
other.
love and hate.
I know. I'm happy that you lot said that because I just don't know. When two people are going through different things, like what would you lot say is the best thing to get
Mate.
together again?
Time. Make sure. So I think certain things are meant to come at a certain time. We're both very big personalities,
Very
and
much
that's where we
so.
clashed
It
while
was
we were
definitely
drunk.
it was 100% a personality clash.
Yeah, it was a personality clash.
and just a lack of patience,
Understanding for
realistically.
each other as well.
I think we kind of rushed into our initial friendship too. We kind of just saw
Yeah.
each other, saw that we liked something about each other, didn't know what, and went all heads in. I mean, I knew her for like a week and bought her DBE tickets,
Yeah.
and that was
Sure.
that. And then we fell out the week later.
And you're saying I got the DB tickets this year.
It's your turn, bitch.
It's my turn.
Definitely your turn.
Okay. So you in star signs then?
Capricorn, yeah.
Virgo.
Oh, you
100%.
Capricorn?
I'm a Cap.
Same.
27th of December, guys.
That's my birthday.
Shut up.
No way! Oh my god!
No.
No way! You're like,
You were joking.
27th of December. No.
That is wild. There's no way.
There was a reason why you messaged me.
I don't lie.
Crazy.
2 days after Christmas, I swear down. It's the worst birthday though.
High five.
It is. You lot don't get nothing.
Oh, well done. I love that. 27th.
That is
She's
so
the 27th
crazy.
as well,
I'm
but she's
27th
of
of
August.
Is it? Yeah, my
Yeah,
girl's
okay.
the 27th of June. So
Oh,
it's
crazy.
crazy.
27.
Yeah,
It's a lucky number, I'm telling you. Listen, let me tell you something about the number 27.
Hey,
If
talk
you're
to
not
them.
there, just go away. You're here. You need to be with us if you're not with
How
us.
crazy is that?
It's the Lord upstairs, man.
It's the Lord. It actually
He's
is.
He's
Is
doing
it?
his thing still.
This is meant to
I'm just
happen.
saying.
So what we like to do on Tipsy Talk, we like to go back in time.
Yeah.
So what country is your family from then?
I am fully Indian, Punjabi, North Indian, around that region.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I'm from Seychelles, India, and Germany.
Okay then. And both born here?
Yes.
Parents born here or back?
My parents were born here.
My mum was born here. My dad was born back home in Seychelles.
Okay, and any siblings? Any of you two?
What, 3 older sisters?
Half brother.
Like, youngest?
Oh, I'm the youngest, yeah.
Okay then.
The baby.
So you're both the
We're
babies then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you look all the attention then? That's why you're
Yeah,
excited,
of
isn't it?
course.
Okay.
No, let me be quiet. Never mind. I'm gonna be quiet on my syndromes.
So, what area is your family from then? What area do you lot grow up in?
I actually grew up around East London and Essex, so I've lived around, let's say, near South Woodford.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm right on the cusp.
Okay. And what about yourself?
See, she's got the boring one. I grew up in Woolwich.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
what I live in
yeah, get to know
Plumstead.
Marley Street, all of that. Yeah. I was walking through the trenches to get to school.
And so what? Being an Asian family in Southwood, how was it growing up then?
It was actually, I mean, I come from quite a well-to-do family, so
Okay.
it was quite an amazing upbringing. I went to private school for most of my
Is
life,
it?
and then I got kicked out in year 8. and went to school in Walthamstow, where my character building began.
Private school?
Yeah.
Like Hogwarts?
Yeah, like, no word of a lie. I'm not even joking you. Harry Potter wanted to film the lunch hall scene in our lunch hall, but our school said no for whatever reason. Don't know why they did that. I say our school, I'm not a part of that school. I never claimed that school.
Serious?
Honestly.
Was it all girls then or mixed?
It was a diamond structure, so you had girls and boys being taught separately, and then together at like after curriculars, lunch times, breaks, they were mingling.
What was the most important thing that you learned from private school?
The most important thing I learned was the way to speak to people, how to carry myself, and definitely the network that I would want to be around, and the network that I was brought up around. It's incredible. I believe in networking with everybody and anybody. I've had the best of both worlds, honestly. Growing up around Walthamstow during school as well, that was terrifying. Being dropped out my first day, this little 14-year-old girl who walked into East London, raw East London, and I'm getting, she's peng, she's piff. I had to go to my cousin who's in the hall. I'm like, what did these words mean? What did these words mean? I don't know what these words mean. And he's like, do not ask me what these words mean. I don't want to know. I'm like, all right, there you go.
When you do become a parent, would you take your kids to private school then?
This is a question I get asked a lot, and I would do best of both like I did, because I really think it's good character building to go to a public school. I honestly do. I was so sheltered growing up, and there were so many things I didn't realise with real life constant issues. Like, for example, the most smallest thing, drugs. That was it. Something so simple that you get shielded from. You don't realise how common it is. You don't realise how much it's used. You don't realise how many people are around and associated with it. Whether it's the smallest thing, it's just smoking weed, like the smallest thing like that. It was like, God forbid, don't even. And then you get a little bit older and you find out like all the people that I went to school now are cat heads and coke heads. Yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that one on the down low, Ree.
And you being the youngest, like, did you have like a lot of pressure because of your sisters and that?
I am the only creative child to come out of not only my actual family, but my whole family.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so everyone's academic. My oldest sister, chartered accountant. Other sister did a biology degree and now she's in insurance. Other sister did a psychology degree and now she's in digital marketing, and they're all doing amazingly well. I'm very proud of them all. But I decided to take the bad path.
And what did your parents say?
It's been a little bit of a struggle, but I've always been musical from quite a young age. So they always saw the talent in me. My dad is one of my biggest musical supporters. He loves my voice, and I do shout out to him because he absolutely pushes me in my singing. But yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a shock to them, but they've adjusted to it. They see where I'm going and they can see it's going well for me. So yeah.
What about you, Ash?
Which question are we starting
Public school?
with? Pardon?
Public school?
Yes, I grew up in public schools.
Which area?
Yeah. Do you know what? I kind of did a mix and match. So initially, I went to school in Thamesmead for secondary school. See, your people, Harry Potter wanted to film there. I had Tiny Temple go to my secondary school.
Oh, is
so I'm
it?
winning. What do you know about wifey rhythm? Don't get me twisted.
Listen,
That's what my ears
J.K.
pierced, you know?
Rowling can hold my...
That's the easy reason why I got my ears pierced. That
Really?
wife rhythm tune, when he was in the barbershop and it goes, yeah.
But yeah, no, I went to St. Paul's Academy for a bit. That was definitely a special experience, to say the least. But then I moved to Herefordshire, the borderline of Wales. So it was just me, the cows, and the white people.
All the sheeps, isn't it?
Sheep's, and to be fair, there was cows outside my bedroom window.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what used to wake me up.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense, you cow.
Do you know what? I'll take it. It's only Ree. I like cows. You drink milk, so get over it.
Out my way.
But yeah, so I was there for a bit. That was definitely another unique experience. Very much a culture shock to me. It definitely wasn't very diverse at all. Yeah, I was definitely the black sheep of the school.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. And then I came back here and then I went to school in Lewisham.
Okay.
And that was...
Who famous went to your school in Lewisham then?
I don't know, but it's called St. Matthew's Academy. If you don't know it, then you get to know. It's famous for being St. Matthew's Academy. I mean, it's a special place. But no, that was definitely a big culture shock to me. Even coming back, it was very different. I'd say Herefordshire was very kind of laid back, very slow. The kids were actually kids. Okay. And then I came to a place where everybody's so advanced for their age. Everybody's already done the deed and grown up and doing craziness. And yeah, that was very much an experience for me.
Ree, growing up, did your family experience any racism growing up in that area?
You know what? My father actually grew up around Stratford and Aldgate East, around those rough areas and council houses. And he actually told me a story one time. I know he definitely experienced racism growing up. But for him, I know that there was a point in time where he actually got chased by like a group of white boys through a couple blocks. They wanted his, I'm not sure what for, but it was definitely racially motivated. I remember him telling me, and he literally got saved by I think someone in the actual block that he ran into. But small things like that. Me personally growing up with racism, definitely. I think actually a lot of people don't realise how racially discriminated Asian people are.
Definitely underrated.
100%. Like
definitely.
everyone talks about everything else, but I promise you, Asian people do get, I think, a lot of more racism than a lot of other people. Because you know what it is? I feel like, you know what it, as a community, we're very strong, we're very held together, and that's something that I love about my community. But it's something where you always get that, I got called curry muncher growing up. I got called Paki all the time.
That's what I understand. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand that one there.
I'm not even Pakistani.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a part of the culture. As Paki bashing came,
people.
it is. Paki bashing came from a time where people didn't care what Asian you are. You were brown. You was a Paki. That was it. You know. And I did experience quite a lot of racism growing up. Like, naturally, Asians are quite hairy. Growing up, my parents were very big on don't touch anything that doesn't need to be touched. Anything that's natural to you. I'm Sikh, so we're not meant to cut our hair anyway. But it stems from a place of my parents wanting me to be confident in myself and confident with what's naturally being put onto me. And I appreciate them so much for that, because I'm so confident to now because of them for that.
Is there anything that you wish your parents did more when you was younger for yourself?
I would just literally say cultural boundaries. As an Asian child, there are those stereotypes that are very much so true, with like having that kind of, you can't do certain things with Asian parents, or you can't do certain things because it's bad look on the community, what the family going to say, what the extended family going to say. But I think everyone in my family, extended as well, know that I'm very opinionated, and they know that I'm going to do what I want. And whoever respects me and is with that, to be honest. Like, shout out to my cousins all with me. That's like the normal talk when we go upstairs into the bedroom on those family functions. Like, oh my God, guys, guess what's happened? Oh my God, Ria, don't worry, we got you.
What about you? Actually, you experienced any bullying growing up?
I think not too much bullying. I think when I came back from Hereford, back to London, I think my biggest threat was kind of girls.
Serious?
That was the only thing I've ever
because
really
you're gorgeous.
dealt with. I mean,
You're gorgeous.
But no, I think that was pretty much the only thing I could refer to in terms of bullying. I mean, I came here and I think it was more so a thing of there was a lot of guys, they was onto me even on my first day, and there was girls shouting at me, oh my God, that's my man. And I'm like, you're in year 7, what are you I don't understand. What man? The only man in your life is your father. If he didn't run away, I don't know what to say to you. But honestly, that was probably the only thing I could have really said. Then again, also my weight. Growing up, I've always been the bigger girl.
Okay. What does that mean?
Is it genetics though? Like, was
I don't really know too much about genetics. I mean, my mum's the bigger woman in the family as well. Ironically, the rest of my family are quite small and diddy people. But, I mean, that's something that kind of got to me more so when I was young, because I didn't really understand it. In my head, I was like, it's just the size you are. It's not really that.
It is just the size you are.
I know, but growing up, it was kind of like, it's not really that deep. And then as I got, to be fair, my family also did contribute to that a little bit. I had an uncle that always used to sing a song to me. It was Who Ate All the Pies, Who Ate the Pies. And now, no, because honestly, now I sing it along with him and it's fine, because exactly that, character building. I would not take it back for the life of me. But I think that was kind of the biggest thing that I had to deal with in terms of bullying. But now I'm just so over it. It's just, like, it's 2024, you are who you are. If it really affected me that much, I would have done something about it now, which I intend to.
Don't.
At some point down the line.
Don't, man.
I'm just saying I'm saving you, woman, because if I did, it's endgame. But I'm not going to go there.
It's endgame as it is. It's endgame as it is.
No, but yeah, other than that, that's about it really. But do you know what? I'm very much it is what it is person. I don't let a lot affect me. I've been through a lot, but I just kind of, it's happened, it's done. Thinking about it, stressing about it is like paying a debt that you don't owe. It's not going to solve anything.
From early young, did you know what you was going to be when you wanted to be?
100%. I've been doing I initially started in musical theatre, and I was doing that literally. My first performance was the age of 3 on a stage performing. So, and I was literally the star of the show, guiding Santa Slay. I was a star playing the star. You know, it's always main character vibes. But yeah, I always knew what I wanted to be. My whole family always knew what I wanted to be, regardless of how much they tried to sway me into banking and into all those typical Indian daughter, be a lawyer, be an engineer, be a da-da-da-da-da. I stayed true to what I love.
Is it? I just want to talk about India quickly, isn't it? Gandhi, good or bad?
Bad.
Why is that?
He literally slept in bed with a young, I can't remember if it was a young girl or boy, naked, fully naked, both of them, just to kind of prove a point that he wouldn't do anything. God knows what he did in that bed. But that was one of the stories I remember hearing. He's meant to be amazing things that he did with all the peace movements and all of that, but no one actually talks about what happened behind the scenes. And although I can't bring it to my tip of the tongue right now, I do know my sister would definitely be the one to sit down and talk to you about that one. That girl, yeah, I know enough that he isn't exactly the savior that everyone kind of makes him out to be.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've never watched the film or read the book, isn't it? That's why. But I've heard bad things about him. But in general, he's actually portrayed in a good light, isn't it? Yeah, that's why. And the whole India versus Pakistan rivalry, where did that come from?
Okay, so a very, very long time ago.
This is a story.
It was never Bengal. It was never Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. It was Hindustan, which was all three countries together. And then during the British Raj, which is obviously the time where Queen Victoria was around, and etc., she colonized many different nations. She basically, well, not she in general. There's a person called General Dyer, and I'm pretty sure it was General Dyer, and he was the one who kind of initiated the split between Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. And that happened just as he was leaving the country. So all the bloodshed and the war and everything that was going on when the partition happened, which is why you get a lot of Indian influence in the Caribbean and
it's me, I'm Guyanese.
There you go, Guyanese, Trinidad and Kenya, where else in Africa? Tanzania, loads of places like that. They have a lot of Asian influence, Indian influence, and that's because during the partition, a lot of families fled to these countries for safety and to get away from all the bloodshed and the war that was going on. It's a very big divide between, obviously, Pakistan is an Islamic state or country, and India is a predominantly Hindu and Sikh country, and there's a lot of Christians in there as well, Anglo-Indians, which is where that's my girl. And then you have Bangladesh, which no one really cares. I'm joking. I'm actually joking. I've got loads of but yeah, they're on the side there. But yeah, and that's how the split happened. But that's really where the beef stemmed from. Other than that, we was all together at one point enjoying each other's company. You know what I mean?
Because I just never understood. Because again, I'm Guyanese, isn't it? So we're big on cricket, isn't it? But my dad always says the best cricket
West Indies.
But he said the India versus Pakistan, that atmosphere is the best.
And India will always prevail. No hate to my Pakistani friends. But, just saying.
So when you were younger, do you know what he's going to be?
No. Oh, I mean, I said I was always going to be famous.
Okay.
That was it. That was it. I mean, do you know what? Dream big. I mean, it's a very broad spectrum for me to fit into. So I figured if I just said I want to be famous, I didn't say what for. I just said famous.
Okay.
And I will get there. I don't know how. I'm going to figure that out along the way.
This is the starting point.
100%. But yeah, no, I was just always big on, I was definitely going to be famous. I was definitely the performer of the family. I was always the one to be to my cousins, oh my God, come, let's make a performance. They'll let you stay over if it's really good.
Oh my God.
It was never good and they never let us stay over. But I was always the initiator. So just as long as there's fame involved, I'm going to be there. Good. That's all I know. I just want to make a change and just make some kind of impact on society.
Tupac said, I don't. What did he say? I don't think I'll change the world,
but
I'll spark the mind that changes
the world.
it.
Oh my gosh, Tupac, my God.
West Side.
I agree. In school, what subject did you hate?
P motherfucking E.
Why?
What?
Oh my God. I was the girl who was on her period every week somehow. Shout out to Mr. Jolly who didn't bother to question me because he knew I wasn't anyway. He just sent me upstairs with the lines. I was perfectly happy sitting in that room doing lines.
I did not like PE.
I never wanted to sweat. I never wanted to run. Didn't like anything to do with PE. What is the point? You know what it was? It was the PE kit that made me know. Who was wearing those ugly football shorts and that white polo tip?
Do you know what? We never had that. That's why I loved it. We had school.
No, you know what? In Forest, in that's the private school I went to, we had the most beautiful PE and games kit. And I would love to do that again, but no. Unfortunately, not even then I was lazy. I never wanted to do PE. So this is what I mean. It's a struggle to get to the gym. Like, I've just bought my membership yesterday. I was planning to go this morning. I even booked a class and I was
What about you, Ash? What did you hate?
Any other language. French, Spanish, I could never... Listen, I had the biggest bully as a teacher, and I'm not going to throw no names out, but you know who you are.
Throw it.
Yeah, that's shit.
Throw it.
Listen, listen,
Name and shame.
on wherever you are right now, yeah? Wherever you are right now, let me tell you something. You gave me PTSD. You gave me PTSD, babes. Like, there's no going back from it. Honestly, do you know what? I wanted to learn another language, but I just couldn't take it serious because she was just so horrible to me. Like, there was one time she became our head of year. That was the bane of my life. When that happened, I thought, I'm not surviving this school year. I'm going to be gone. But I don't know. I think my school shoes broke. My mum couldn't get them the same day. She was like, next week we're gonna get them. For now, wear trainers. I wore trainers. This woman got shoes from the Lost and Found. She forced me to wear them.
Oh no!
And boy, when I tell you, like, listen, I've got Pepe feet. If you're from Seychelles, you're gonna know what that means. Island girl feet. My feet are wide. They're not made for every shoe here and there. Boy, the way the back of my feet bruised up, they was cutting, they was bleeding. The woman still made me walk around in them. I told her, listen, babes, I'm walking around barefoot. And I walked around barefoot in that school.
Is it?
There is no damn way.
Good
but
on
listen,
you.
that was only because of the
Make
teacher.
a point.
Other than that, put me in Spanish now, I'm going to bang it out.
You know what I mean? Me habla español muy bien.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Adios.
Hey.
That's all I know. Adios, amigos. That's it.
And what about college? You go college?
No, I don't. I did go college. It wasn't the best.
What happened?
Okay, so this is actually what happened. The first college I went to was City in Islington, Candy up in Angel. I dropped out there like 2 months in, didn't tell my parents, and I started working full time at where I was working here. Also was chatting absolute rubbish to my boss because my boss and my dad, they were linked up. My dad would be telling my boss like, don't let her skip college. And I'd be telling my boss like, I'm going. Oh no, we got a free day today. No, you don't need to message my dad. It's okay.
Hey.
They were linked up, and then he didn't find out. Luckily enough, because I was a very, very good liar. I could really hide that stuff. And then when it came to the end of the year, my dad's like, so what grades did you get? Like, tell me. And I'm like, by the way, kind of dropped out at the beginning of the year. He was mortified. He made me go back to college. Thanks to him. I did the business course. I went to Epping, which was the second college. And if you know about Epping, then...
Four on that central line.
That school, that had all of the rejects from like Walthamstow.
Oh, is it?
So I ended up going to school with so many people that I knew, and I was like, oh my god, this is not what I was expecting. And the whole reason why I went to City in Islington was literally to get out of the area, and I got put straight back in. And then I managed to just about finish my business course.
At least you finished it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm proud of you.
We just about got there. And then that was it.
You asked college?
I went to St. Francis Xavier, SFX.
Oh, SFX, yeah. Okay then.
Another one Tiny Temple went to.
Yeah, okay.
I think I was definitely trying to follow in someone's footsteps.
Is this why Wifey Rhythm's your favourite?
I lasted 2 months.
Where?
So I was in a very crazy relationship at the time, to say the least.
Nigerian guy?
No.
I would have rather a Nigerian guy.
Oh, is it?
He was as white as his table.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, babe, take away the marbling effect. Let me just say, listen, you see when it's about to snow and the snow goes white?
Hey, Casper.
Yeah.
Hey.
Casper.
Yeah,
Casper.
that was... I didn't even see... Do you know what? I'm going to blame it on whatever was in the air at Corona times, that's what initiated it. And long story short, he didn't like the fact that men went to my college.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
What year is he living in?
He was born in 1995, so whatever them year living in. But so I dropped out for him, and then I convinced my parents I was going to be some big time nail tech. Started a nail business. It was alright, but I got lazy with it. Then decided to start a cleaning company. Then sold it. He took the money for that, and then
The white guy took it?
Yeah.
Hey.
He spent it on some more white stuff, but we'll talk about that.
Oh.
But
Slow as the snow.
Oh.
And then from there, I was just doing nothing for a while, and then eventually came back to Beloved Inside Success that we can't seem to leave.
We absolutely adore it.
So how did you two meet then?
Inside Success. We actually met originally through a podcast that we were doing, and we gelled a lot. We actually became we started to get quite close, and then
lives were just sinking at the
our
time.
lives, everything. Me and Ashley have this thing that everything we do just syncs up, like everything, and it's so crazy because we would just say it to each other to the point where on my birthday, she ended up staying around my house. We had a bit to drink. I woke up in the morning. I was like, Ashley, I know who this girl absolutely adores, right? And I literally looked at her and said, before I even said the name, I said, I know you were dreaming of this person because they were in my dream and you're sitting right next to me. I said it was gigs. And she went, oh my God, I was having a dream about gigs.
Crazy.
I was like, I knew it.
I don't
This
know
is
what
the
kind
only
of telepathy
reason.
we have.
We have some sort of best friend
normal.
telepathy, but yeah.
It's just not normal.
And speaking of, so who's your celebrity crush now then?
My celebrity crush is my boyfriend.
oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh,
No,
let's take a sip
joking.
to that one.
My celebrity crush.
And growing up, who was your celebrity crush then growing up?
Growing up, my celebrity crush was definitely, I have to say, it's probably Young Ads. I never really actually no, I give Nelly the first spot. Nelly was my first love. Tupac, Nelly, and Young Ads.
Okay, what about you, Ash?
My growing up, it was Justin Bieber.
Okay.
I had a big poster of him on my wall. I literally used to kiss him goodnight every night.
You really
Okay.
have had a thing for white boys, haven't you?
I don't know how or
Ain't
why.
nothing wrong with that.
but
It's your
it
taste.
happened.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, who is it now? Who do I talk about?
Gigs.
I don't feel like
It's
I have
gigs.
one.
It's gigs.
I don't think
If
it's
she could get
though.
gigs in a room, she would
No.
do it.
Yeah, but no. I don't feel like it's gigs. I don't think there's anyone I really talk about to the point where, okay, I have a crush on them. I don't think there is.
Young Ads to the day I die.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not even a
that's a
celebrity
different
crush.
level. Like,
It's not
he's
even.
just,
It's not even a celebrity crush. It's I'm in love with his music. I'm in love with the way he
I like
makes
his
music.
melodies. He's
And
got
that is
his
exactly
melodies.
that is the only like I'm so drawn. Like otherwise I would have said DBE, but it's actually just Young Ads because I think like shout out to LB as well because he's hard. But I just like the way he makes his melodies, everything, amazing.
In fact, let me just go and be basic. Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
Bengals.
Fez.
Let's get into the music now, ladies.
Yeah.
How you lot feeling about the UK scene at the moment then?
I love it. I'm a music journalist, so I'm in it up, down, round. I absolutely adore the UK music scene. It's relatively new to be honest. Like compared to other music scenes within the country, within the globe rather, the UK music scene is relatively quite new. It spans back to let's say, Gigs, Joe Black, going all the way back then. That's really when the UK music scene started to pop off, and that was not that long ago.
I don't know, man. I kind of fell out of... I know I do radio. People say like, "Bro,
Yeah.
you really off it." But I just missed that funky era, that funky house era.
Yeah, Funky House got it.
That was also my era. I was
Yeah.
just
It was a lit time.
Can't like Funky House.
that era was just
got it.
because I was in uni as well. So obviously,
Yeah.
like every night we had fun. It was a fun time, and like everyone
Yeah.
would party hard.
I'm gonna party hard.
In the morning when I wanna be with you. Head,
In the
shoulders,
morning.
knees and toes.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
It's time to get. We need some more girls in there.
We need some more girls in there. We're lit. You know.
Listen,
Yeah, man. That's what. But now it's this whole drill scene. And me, I'm 35 now. I can't really relate to that. I'm not on the roads no more.
You
innit?
know
Like,
what it is? I really feel like there's a stigma around the drill scene, which there is. It's a very controversial genre, to be honest, and there's not a lot of people who can do what people do. But I would definitely say that the drill scene that's up and coming, especially right now, there's in jail artists like Mazza L20 who's on the charts. There's people like
Low season inside as well. Isn't it?
yeah. These people that I think that's an amazing new stream that's coming out as well. Like people are being able to. There's another artist that I interviewed recently, Megatron, who used to formerly go by the name something else, but he released a song over The Wait For You by Thames, a remix, and it hit out really well. And I think there's a really big industry right now for drill. I can't lie. The UK music industry is mainly around UK rap and grime and drill.
No, don't get me wrong. I'd rather these kids be on the mic saying it than actually be on the roads doing it. So don't get
Yeah.
me wrong about it. I don't.
Yeah.
And I remember when hip hop used to get banned with the gangster thing. So I understand that. I do understand that. But again, it's just my age group. Like I'm just too old for it to some
I
extent,
feel
isn't it?
you. I feel like the music scene fell off in 2018.
Well, who's the last thing that was the last good thing?
Like there was that era when there was like Butterflies and what's the other songs like Abracadabra was about and this one and that one. I just feel like since then I haven't really been too involved in the UK music
What
scene.
the
I don't know
ladies?
what it is.
I think, you know what, ladies in the UK music scene, I used to run headline shows last year for about first like 5 months. And I got to meet a lot of underground artists that were absolutely amazing. And there's people who I think Crystal, she is amazing. She's gonna go so far in her career. She already is. T Zandos, I think, is another really hard artist. Female artist, I think Steph London. There's a bit of controversy going on.
I like it.
with Jada.
I like it. What, who do you think's winning?
Jada.
You think so, yeah?
I really, really rate Steph London, but you know what it is? That she just took too long to come back. I think that
Way
was
too
it.
long.
Way too long to send the shots back.
Do you guys understand what they were saying in the song? Because all my African friends messaged me saying, what does this mean? What does that mean?
No, it's been the talk of the topic. It's actually been.
I love it though.
Today.
I love it. As long as it kept in the music, I like it, man.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
If it produces that.
That's what it is, though. It's literally just fuel to make more music and keep going back at it. But definitely with the UK music scene right now, I think Chris Style is definitely coming out as the hardest UK artist for the girls' side.
See, I feel so uneducated because I don't know who you're talking about.
Fuck your stunt, bang bing.
Yeah.
I
know what we're talking about, guys. Do you know what it is? I'm bad with names.
How long would you say you've been in the industry then?
UK music industry, I would say I've been around in it for like two years, but really starting to kind of push my foot in it last year. I've interviewed people like Ambush, Buzzwell. He's an amazing artist. He's one of my favorite UK artists. People like Rax. Rax is coming up as well. He's really, really, really good, and he's got so much talent, and there's so much coming from him this year as well. Other artists as well. I think there was Rebs Boogie. He is not a big artist at the moment, but he is going. Mark my words when I tell you, he is going to be a household name. He will be a household name. His music is absolutely incredible. But when it comes to UK music, I feel like it's really controversial. Loads of people are just like, oh my god, this person's shit, this person's so shit. And but there's always a big fan base for this people as well. Like Chip, one of the hardest people to come out.
Very underrated.
Very
legendary.
underrated.
Very
legendary.
When you see Chip at that petrol station, you know bars are coming, isn't it? Bars are coming.
Bars on bars. But then I really, really miss old school UK music. I'm a really girly girl, and I feel like I come across as a really girly girl, but I'll be sitting there listening to Joe Black, I'll be sitting there listening to CS, I've got Mashtown on my playlist, back when, that is prime time UK rap.
Me, when it comes to the music in UK, people say I'm the Grinch, isn't it? Because I complain a lot, isn't it? And the reason why I complain is because, again, there's so many people that I used to love back in the days, but they never got the chance. But you got these nerdy people like freaking... RD.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy's name? What's the other
Central C.
No, I like this guy.
Central C has done well from that. He's the biggest rapper to come out of the UK at the moment. The US are heavy with him.
Who's the other one from Manchester, the white guy?
H.
H, yeah. I don't like them.
I
Yeah,
think
but
when he first came out, he was alright, but
then obviously you got people like Devlin was hard.
Yeah.
He never got the break.
Yeah, he never got.
Benny Banks was hard. Never got the break, innit? You didn't like Benny Banks? Benny Banks was hard, mate. Stop.
I don't know.
Stop. But again, there's so many artists never got a chance, isn't it? That's why I'm kind of upset to some extent, isn't it? But again, I just want to know, what's your advice to up and coming artists? Well, what would you say?
Okay, yeah. Come to my magazine. I'm joking. I think my advice to up and coming artists. I mean, I myself, I haven't released anything, but I know I am as well. But being around a lot of up and coming artists and watching a lot of people see how their track is going for their career, that always have faith in your sound, because if you can see no matter how small your engagement is, if you can see people are actually engaging with it, and you can see that it is kind of getting that play, it's getting that, if you just need to play it to people, go out anywhere and anything at all, you can manage to get your song or anyone to hear anything you're doing. Take the chance. To the smallest point where I was in a cafe the other day, a week half, obviously, Whitechapel.
I was speaking in it. Beans on toast, yeah?
Not that type of stuff. But, and people bring their speakers and they play their own music, and there was this person, I think his name was Muller Machine, something like that. He was just playing his music out on a speaker, and everyone was sitting there just vibing to it as if it was an actual blown artist. And he told people after, oh yeah, by the way, this is my music. Small things like that. I've seen people busk on trains. I've seen people, whatever you can do, if your heart is really, really in it, then push it to the best of your abilities.
That's why I do rate Ed Sheeran to a certain extent, because he did use the busk in it. I do rate him for that. And
I think busking is we have a new initiative that launched from our company called My Sound, and off of the back of that is basically selling with our magazines where people, young up and coming artists, get featured and whatnot. And the idea we're about to kind of put forward is busking. Now the actual artists who we put in the magazine, and we're getting these street sell teams for them. Then we have a new streaming platform that we released called My Sound, which is kind of like artists get paid quicker, artists get paid at a higher rate, and it's kind of a thing where they get their own street sales teams. So people are actually advocating for them on the streets, going out, selling their music face to face. And a new initiative that we're going to launch with that I really hope that's going to go well, is that we have the actual artists busking alongside them.
Okay.
And I think that will do wonders for them. Busking is something that I feel like a lot of artists look down upon, but it's really something. There's no difference between you going to a headline performance and performing in a bunch of people who are paid to be there, for you busking in front of a bunch of people who haven't paid to be there, but you know people are still going to give you money for it.
It's definitely an elevated version. It's definitely
Big
going
facts.
to close the gap in the industry
100%.
as well. It's something very big.
I just know who's the next Asian person.
Me.
Music wise.
100% really.
Okay, so you don't know that.
No, because I'm old school in it, and I was a big fan of Jay Sean in it.
Okay.
I was a big fan of
All
Jay-
right, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys another bit.
But you have to rate him though, because
No.
he made American. He made it though.
Is I think I'm a really, really big person to focus on, who obviously passed away, was Sidhu Moosewala. He was a really, really big artist who came out of Punjab. He was Sikh and he got shot, unfortunately, back in our home country. But he was literally about to be the breakthrough into the industry for Punjabi music. You know, 47 by Steph London,
Yeah.
Smith, and another song that he did with Burna Boy,
Okay.
Merana, which really went big. Stuff like that, like still bangles. Shout out to him because he is the change that the Asian industry are waiting to see. He's the person who I know is going to drag through the Asian industry into the UK industry, and he did it with Sidhu, but he is still, I know he is definitely going to do some crazy things, and I really am hoping that he's going to do some crazy things, because he was a person who brought over Sidhu, and the view that we saw from the Asian audience and the global audience that were watching these songs, from Steph London, from Miss, these are big stars that have a massive global audience. He was really that change. He was pulling through those people into the UK industry, and that was a barrier that really needed to be broken. Unfortunately, he got shot, and that was a really, really big loss to us, but that was probably the biggest artist to come out at the moment. But at the moment, Asian artist, Billy Khan.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who he is. He's from up in Watford sides.
Okay.
And he is really big. He is definitely going to be pulling through.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that. I don't know if you know any Asian artists. Most of the Asian artists that are popping in the UK are from Brum. You have I think JJ Esco's from Brum.
I was
yeah.
going to ask you, do you claim M. Honcho?
Yeah,
Okay.
defo.
Oh no, I was curious, and that's why.
As long as the ethnicity is Asian, we go.
I'm just double checking it. That's why.
M Honcho is massive.
Yeah, no,
But-
100%. Wait.
Yeah, I think Billy Khan is definitely someone to watch. He's coming up at the moment, and he is someone who has an amazing flow, amazing. And I don't think the industry has seen his talent yet for what it is. He is quite big and up and coming in terms of the up and coming underground artist, but he's definitely going to be someone who makes a change in the industry this year. I can imagine it, and I can see it happening.
So, Ash, who you got on your playlist then?
On my playlist,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is a bit bipolar. This is a bit all over the place. I mean, if we go for it right now, hold on. Oh, God. Listen,
God.
I need to give you the true, it needs to be authentic. Honestly, it's, no. So we got J. Cole,
Okay.
Yeah.
Dexter Daps,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nines,
Okay.
it's not bad, Abracadabra,
Okay.
Fredo. Who else? Oh, okay, we have Gunna.
Yes.
Yeah, you know I know.
Listen,
The snitching thing in it. We don't do the snitching thing in it.
I mean, Skepta,
Yeah, bad boy.
Pot of Paper.
Wait.
This is where it goes a bit different now. There's Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, Amy.
Sad story,
Who
sad story,
knows? Adele.
Yeah.
And then this is where we're going to the other side of me. I don't know if you lot are going to know about these people. I don't know if you're going to know.
Yeah, missed it.
Wilkinson, UK.
Mm-mm.
There we go. House Fires. This one's thrown in a bit of gospel. No, okay. All right then. Okay. Honestly, my music taste is very all over the place. I think I don't really know where I want to.
No, I'm like that.
I just go
I like
everywhere.
songs. I like songs.
Honestly,
innit?
I'm
I
just
like
a bit
songs,
of
innit?
everything. Like Monroe does a lot of liquid drum and bass. Bit of Luther Vandross.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, it goes anywhere it wants to go. I'm a trap girl.
At 1 minute, she's a 4-year-old wife to an aristocrat.
Honestly,
She's a 30-year-old gangster from South London.
honestly, there's a bit of everyone on there. There's nobody that's not on my playlist. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Ree, quick question, yeah. East is East.
East is East.
Yeah, do you like that movie?
I'll be lying to you if I told you if I knew the movie.
You've never seen East is? You've never seen East?
No.
Serious?
I haven't.
It's a big English Asian film, isn't it? That's why, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't
Really?
watched it. Ask me if I watched Bend It Like Beckham.
I hate that film, man. No, I didn't like that movie, mum. What about Top Boy? Do you look like Top Boy?
Okay,
Top
yeah.
Boy.
Do you like the recent one?
Yeah.
No.
I think it was. I want to know who shot Sully.
The whole
That's
point
easy.
is for it to
Who do you think it was? I think it was Jack.
Kieran's mum.
It's not really easy.
How do you
though.
know?
It's not easy.
When someone does something to your child, yeah, you're willing to do anything to get back at that
Someone's gonna
person.
beat her to
I
it.
hear it, but she was ill though. I don't think she's. No, that's not. A
Last
mother's
thing.
not the type of person.
You
to
never,
do
you
that.
never know what guilt.
I want to
Anger
know. Are
could
we
do,
gonna
man.
find out who did
No,
that?
Top Boy is done.
I don't
though.
want it to because
I
I like the
wanna find
debate.
out.
I like the argument of like who done it kind of
I
thing.
think it was Jack. Jack was the real Top Boy.
If they make Jack do it, it's,
No, Jack was the real
That's very
Top Boy.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I think the whole entire last season was very anticlimactic. To be fair, I feel like it was rushed. It definitely wasn't. What
Yeah,
you
I
wanted.
didn't
I'm just happy
Yeah.
Sully got shot like that, bro. Kano is a hard
I was
actor.
upset when
Yeah,
Sully got
he
shot.
doesn't get
I can't
award.
lie.
If he doesn't get award for that, yeah, so
Well,
injustice,
if he does
innit?
not win a MOBO or whatever it is, what is it? No, that's the music awards.
Oh.
What is it?
The TV, they're gonna
VM, what is it?
I don't know,
There's loads
the
of
BAFTAs or something, innit?
BAFTAs,
Yeah, BAFTAs or something, innit?
I'm not gonna go through all of these awards. Then why they all got abbreviations? It's not my fault.
Again, like when people come to the radio station, we talk about films. So I get the same old things. They hate seeing all UK gangs, drugs. I just know in terms of what film would you like to see come out of the UK or TV series?
I think. Oh no, I don't even want to say it because I want to be the one to do it.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had an
You know what it
idea.
is?
That one.
Okay, I have my long-term goal with music and everything that I'm doing and presenting, hosting. I want to do a documentary where it's literally like the evolution of road rap, right from and actually divulging, going into like all of the beef that was going on, the issues that were going on, whether it be everyone's behind a mask screen and whatnot. I will protect everyone's privacy or whatever course it is. I'm not that type of journalist to go and distort your words or do this or go anything against your word. I want people to know what was actually going on at the time because I really think it will be something so interesting to know about. Road rap is something that's heavily talked about in the UK and it's a really, really big industry with all the movies, Top Boy, Blue Story, the songs, the music, the genre, drill, everything. And although it's not my main listen to genre, I think it would be something that would be incredible. We have Blue Story, we have Top Boy, but what's the real life story? Do you know what I mean?
What about you?
I'm with her on that one. I can't lie. This is something we've spoken about a lot.
We're literally speaking about it before we came
Yeah,
here.
I feel like most of our conversations are repeats, but this is something we've had a long conversation about so many times before, and I feel like it would be very good to see that there's nothing really like that on the scene right now. There's obviously, like you said, the reality of the drugs and the gangs and the violence and all of that, but not the real people and their journey. So that's definitely something that would be really interesting to see and create.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that. Me personally, I would like to see like a Urban Friends.
That would be very
hear it,
interesting.
yeah. Oh,
like
to
that,
be
like,
fair.
obviously,
It would
like,
be like City
one
Girls,
girl's-
this and that.
I mean, I'm waiting to see badders like the badders.
Oh, you wanna see that? Yeah.
Badders do that.
Drop.
Do you know
I
what?
want to
There's
know
a couple
what's
people
going on.
Trying to mimic it, like very undercover people. I think
Yeah.
you know.
The
who I'm
reason why I'm not
referring
too
Yeah.
sure about that, 'cause I like Bad Club's Girl in it, and Bad is like the
Yeah.
American ones in it.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a knockoff, but I will watch it though.
I will definitely watch it because I think, I mean, no shade to like any of the baddies that are in it or anything, but I just think the UK is so like, yeah, cool. The US and all these shows that are going on, they're rat shit and whatnot, but I just feel like that's just a US thing. Like, like really everyone's a US thing because the UK were just meant to be more advanced than like the US in every other way. And this show that came out is going to be so interesting. It's going to be so juicy to watch. But,
Do you know, at this point, we
but
need to make
really,
it.
I just think like it's just so much more rat shit coming from the UK.
Definitely, we haven't got time to wait. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like they're very much verbalists.
Yeah.
And when there is anything physical, it's babes, I can pull your hair. Like I do that all the time. But yeah, no, definitely. we
If
need
you
that
guys are
UK
journalists,
scene.
yeah, what's your opinion about the whole podcast game? Like, do you think there's too many? Do you think everyone's just got access to
Yeah.
mics and is?
I think everyone's got access to a mic and not enough people are talking real stuff, or a lot of people are just there just to try and be famous.
100%. A lot of people like to talk for the sake of talking, and they talk on what they think people are going to listen to and want to hear. I feel like if you're going into any kind of podcast, anything like that, you need to go and talk from what you actually think, not what you think people are going to want to hear, what they're going to listen to and be like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. It's what you want to hear, because that's where the originality comes from. There's way too many people going around repeating the same things, and they're really trying to, I feel like they're trying to rinse it out almost. They're really like I don't know what's going on. I'm scrolling through TikTok, I'm seeing certain things and I'm like, babe, you may as well talk to yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, like,
I think you'd get more views. I don't get it.
Spill the Juice is doing well. I think that's a good podcast.
Okay.
Spill the Juice. I think, was it 3 shots of tequila?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We did our podcast in the studio. We've actually got a podcast ourselves.
Yeah.
What's cool? Shout out, mum.
But
Do you want to?
you do it.
The Boops and Budget.
No, I'm not talking about
Which
ours.
one? Oh my God.
This idiot. I'm talking about flipping let's talk about it. It's called Let's Talk About It. And you can
Okay.
It would have been more entertaining.
Yeah,
to
it
talk
is more
about,
entertaining. But that podcast is actually just discussing like social issues that young people feel is important that isn't discussed about in our stuff like teenage pregnancy and all that type of stuff. And it's actually coming. It's a podcast for the youth, hosted by the youth type thing. And that's what the idea of it was trying to get across. Like everyone's got opinion to say what the youth actually think of what's going on, and not no like preppy youth that are sitting there like, oh, hi guys. No, it's like,
the
like,
people that are in there are also
we're
very,
real. We're real.
very, very, very much real.
Yeah, we're real. We've been through this stuff. We've had little real life experiences. We want to share that with people. And we actually want to talk about it and debate about it.
Yeah.
It's about real people debating real things. Because a lot of people out here are so fake.
Mm-hmm.
So fake.
But they get the views and the numbers, so I don't understand it though.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but numbers
Neither do
doesn't
I.
necessarily
Y'all
mean it's
stylists.
actually doing what it needs to do.
Big
Numbers-
facts.
I mean, we always say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. 100%.
Big Jay-Z.
But behind closed doors, it's a different story.
Everyone
People are getting
lies.
views, but most of the time it is because they are
Clickbait.
literally chatting.
It's actually
Shit.
clickbait. It's just clickbait.
So it's only getting passed around for that sake.
Mm.
And then there's certain people, there's a lot of undercover things that need to really be pushed out there. For example, Let's Talk About It. That definitely needs to be pushed because it's real. But I feel like a lot of people are scared of the realness. They're scared of the truth. They're scared to hear the actual problems in society, the actual things that people go through. They just want to sit here and talk about, oh my God, my man said this. And this is what they experienced. And oh my God, I had to get my wallet out. And we're all just...
Yeah, I've heard that.
up in
I've
the-
heard that
So much
so many
stuff.
times.
Yeah.
So much stuff is just surrounding sex, money, drugs.
It's the
like,
same
that
things.
It's the same thing over and over
And that's
again.
the
And
thing,
no one wants to
people
hear
are
about it.
scared of new. They're scared of anything that's not been touched yet or anything that people aren't used to. People are scared to go there because they don't want to delve into a new department where people they don't have no knowledge on.
There's no other
So-
opinions that are beautiful.
I don't know about that because
I'm
I'm
not
thinking
saying
like,
fully.
bro, like I'm not in the best. For example, like someone he might not be in the best position in it, but he goes online. This person's talking like, oh, this happened to you. This happened to you. Oh, I'm not that bad. This person. That's why a lot of people watch Jimmy Kyle. You
Yeah.
feel like so many
Okay,
people
fair
effed
enough,
up.
yeah.
I'm not that bad because look at these people on here talking rubbish and fighting each other's family members, isn't it?
Yeah.
So to say that, I understand what you're saying, isn't it? And everyone just wants attention these days as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants attention.
Talk out, Jason.
It's just-
But let's get into the game before we go on break.
Ooh,
Oh, there's a game.
let's go.
It's called You Decide. I don't know.
Decide.
You lot still
I
got
like
drinks
that.
I
left?
like that one. You know what I
You
mean?
still got drinks left?
There's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something in
So
there.
what happens, yeah? Take a shot, take one out, and as you take a shot, take one out, and then you say which one you lot got, and you lot decide which one's the best, isn't it?
Okay.
All right.
So this is cuisine, isn't it?
Right,
Alright.
So they take a
Oh,
shot,
not
really,
choosing. Okay.
and then take one out,
cheers.
Best way to do
Take
that,
one out.
actually.
and actually you take one. And then what have you got?
Fuck.
What have you got?
Mexican.
Mexican food. What have you got?
English.
Which one's better?
We. Oh, who
So
doesn't
it's-
like some fajitas?
So it's one.
Arriba.
So it's 1-0 to Reed. Put those names to the side. Take another shot, and then take two others.
Right.
Let's take another. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What have you got?
I got French.
French food. Yeah.
Yes.
You got Italian
She
food.
won. She won.
Whoa.
You Italian over French food.
Of course.
Sorry, we eating
I
snacks out
do
here.
love French
Look,
food
I'm just
though.
look. I don't.
But your portions are just a little bit small.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
So it's 1-1. Take another shot.
All right then. Where did you go? I just ran away from me.
Oh, I won.
What did you get?
No, I saw a glimpse. Listen.
That one's good. That one's good.
It's
Which
alright. One
jollof
day I'll be
is
cooking
it?
that for my husband.
Which jollof is it?
Nigerian. all the
Okay,
way.
she got it. It's all the way.
What have you got? Nigerian.
No Caribbean.
I got Nigerian. Oh no, I'm going.
This is a
Caribbean
problem.
Food.
No,
I
this
can't
is a
lie,
problem.
mine's Caribbean food.
I'm gonna say it's a problem. I don't know what to say to you.
Caribbean. 100% Caribbean.
Are you choosing Caribbean?
I'm
yeah?
only saying that.
Oh, you
because
don't- oh, you
the
don't-
Indian food. I got Nigerian.
Oh, you got Nigerian.
Yeah, I got Nigerian.
So you lot decided then.
I really, really do like pounded yam and okra. I can't lie. I wish that is one of my favorite dishes. But I really do like Caribbean.
I'm really
food.
struggling out here.
Jerk chicken, rice,
How do I pick between curry goat or sia? Please, I don't.
Hey.
dumplings, festivals,
Festivals, I'm not too.
mac and cheese.
All I had to say was sia, the fresh onion, the tomato.
So
So
what
you
are you
say-
picking
Are we
then?
undecided or what? Because we have to
Caribbean. Caribbean.
Will you
I
say
would
if you want?
Caribbean.
You stick with Nigerian, you get
That's a
Caribbean.
Nigerian boy.
Okay.
Again, well, I'm the referee, I'm the decider, and also I'm biased in it, so I have to say Caribbean, of course,
Yeah,
innit?
makes
So
sense.
it's
No,
alright.
you know what I mean?
The winner at heart. You don't do your thing.
So is it 2-1, yeah?
It's okay.
Take another shot, and then
All right then.
Is it not 3-1?
It's 3-1.
3-2, 3-2.
You sure?
Yeah, because I've got 3 here, she's got 3 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, it is 2-1.
It's 2-1, yo.
This is making me take shots.
We had shots of food here. Ooh, mamacita.
Oh, okay.
It's getting spicy now.
Yo quiero
Paella? What?
paella.
Paella?
No, yo quiero español.
Is it
I want Spanish.
Turkish?
Como, huh?
I got Turkish.
You got Turkish? No, I love a good tapas though. I really
Listen,
love
send me
a
to
good
Devran's. Let me get their
tapas.
lamb ribs any day
I
of
do
the
like
week.
Turkish.
Oh my
Or,
god.
okay, can't like Turkish wings.
Turkish meat like,
Turkish
okay.
wings, I can't lie. I
Turkish
really
wings.
do. I do love a good lamb.
2-2.
So, right.
2-2.
Decider.
Right then.
I'll let you do the honours again.
Of course. Oh, me!
No,
What?
it's Indian. It's Chinese. I'm not gonna be so
Indian food wins! Are you dumb? You eat your cats and dogs.
Yo!
Indian
Priya.
food wins.
No, do you know what?
Ling-a-ling-a-ling, I was
culture
raised
too.
against that. Yeah, exactly. So
You
you
definitely
definitely use
won.
it. And you know, if my dad's cooking,
I do love roti. I'm gonna roti.
roti.
Do you know what?
Roti's home to the Caribbean.
That's what I'm saying, roti,
Honestly,
yeah.
that's home to
Indians
everywhere.
are this trendsetters, you know.
I can't like that last one was a setup. That's crazy.
Oh, so she got 3-2.
It's not a
That's
setup.
crazy.
It's not a setup.
No, but Indian
we
definitely
have the
wins
most
that.
flavour. It's just it is
Alright,
what it
cool.
is.
Reed, for someone who wants to know, what's the best Indian restaurant that
Best-
you know?
Okay, the best Indian restaurant is my house. There is no Indian
I
restaurant
rock on
in
my
this
brother's
life.
house, you know. You got to sit to your house.
I'm being
Hey,
so
what's up?
serious. My father, Harry's kitchen, that's the best food you're ever gonna get, and that's any person who's had my father's food will tell you that. But if we have to be technical and we have to pick a restaurant, there's this really nice sports bar and Asian place called Brigadier's.
Brigadier's, yeah.
I think it's near like Liverpool Street. Really looking right at the time.
Yo, you know what, yeah?
You got to. I can't lie.
I know people do this already, yeah, but I want to do a cooking channel where I just go around and try and
you know what?
the
We'll be
spiciest food
your
in it. The
first
spiciest,
guest.
the spicy food in it.
Come to my house.
should.
But I just want to pull up people's houses like boom, boom, boom.
I promise
I'm
you.
here now.
Honestly, I'll invite you over. My dad will cook for you happily. I promise you.
Spice, yeah, man. I love spicy food.
I
innit?
love spicy.
Do you know what it is
food.
with Asians? When you're from India and people ask you that question, you've got to say home. There is
Oh,
nothing
home-
better than home.
There's nothing better than a
Nothing
curry.
better than
curry.
home.
There's nothing better than a curry.
When you say Liverpool Street, yeah, are you like leaning towards Brick Lane or are you staying in Liverpool Street?
I'm staying in like more towards Liverpool Street. Yeah, I can't like.
Okay,
I
then.
think it is. I'm pretty sure it is Liverpool
What is
Street,
it called?
but it's only one Brigadier Sports Bar. I'm pretty sure.
What's it
Okay.
called?
Brigadiers, B-R-I-G, Brig
Brigadiers.
A
They get
D
free
I
promo.
E R S. Really good. They
Okay.
have really good cheese and onion bhaji's there. Oh my god, so good.
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion bhaji's. I don't know why you're
Yeah.
acting like you wasn't eating cheese and onion crisps earlier.
No, I was, but I've never heard of cheese and onion bhaji.
We'll get to now.
Wait, as in like paneer? Because if it's
No, not paneer. It's like look at you, paneer.
listen, guys, I'm still
paneer.
there's white in me. Let me just be. Let me.
It's okay. I'm the Indian for Ashley. I'm the one who's bringing her into the.
Listen, boy, how can you bring me into Italian culture, girl? Get out of it.
Where are you from?
We're not having this conversation.
But if we're going to shout your socials, where can we find you at, ladies?
London, no spaces, no capitals. That's RHILONDON.
Ash.LondonX.
ASH.LONDON.
You want to give your OnlyFans up? OnlyFans cash
Oh, you
out?
guys wish.
You guys.
Let's not go there.
But I would definitely will shout out Inside Music magazine. I hope you guys are all gonna buy it and make sure you guys stay tuned because we got a lot more coming.
You're going to see us again.
100%.
Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Here we go. Jeez.
Seven. You found TGM Radio UK. Simply good music.
Salut. How are you doing? I'm good. Ça commence à 7h. Yeah? Okay, see you then.
When they bring the mic, yeah, make I hit the vibe. You go bend down low.
music, your beat, your soundtrack. TGM Radio UK.
Yo, what's going on, people? We're back right now. Yeah, Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Again, don't forget for TGM Radio on all social media platforms. We've got the two special guests here. And Ree, let's talk about the movie Newborn Talent.
Oh, you done your research.
Me? Done the research department, did I do nothing in it?
He did the research.
So how did that come about then?
Okay, so shout out to Jay, very good friend of mine who actually runs Newborn Talent. He does all the filming for it and whatnot. And he is actually the person who hit me up for it. It was a something that I didn't actually know was gonna happen, but it went really well. I've been doing acting for a while, to be honest. I actually obviously started off in musical theatre. I did private Lambda lessons, if anyone knows what that is. It's music examinations. And I did that for about 8 years, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so bringing like kind of my acting to naturalism and in front of the camera rather than being on stage and having it as a musical is very different. But I think it's most suited towards me, and you definitely will be seeing me in more Newborn Talent films and hopefully some Netflix films in the future.
Is there any role as an actor that you wouldn't do?
Anything that's like on the stage, intimate scenes. I'm very big on my decorum.
Okay.
And I'm very big on my image, and I just don't think that stuff would kind of sit with me right.
Okay, I hear that. What about you?
What about me? Wait, can I just ask a question first? You're in the film.
And guys, this is Ashley, my best friend.
No, guys, honestly, please, I live under a rock. I'm very much like, my life is very much just work.
I'm so
work and work.
upset. My nail just flipping came off.
Hey, we're not talking about your nails. We're talking about you in the film.
My nail just came off.
Hold on.
But you got a boyfriend, he'll do it. He'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
Well, not do it for you, but like pay for it.
Babe.
Oh.
I'll be sure to send that one to him.
Definitely.
Well, any acting? Yourself?
No, unless you count my school play. Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoats. I mean, I was the narrator. Boy, I did my thing. Other than that, no, unfortunately not. It's definitely something I would get into if the opportunity came. It's not something that I've actually gone out of my way to get into, though.
I think she'd be a really good actor.
Oh, 100%.
Ashley's a style, I'm joking.
Reality TV, you see that?
Yeah,
I think
100%.
I
Me
would
and
definitely
Ashley
do
want
that.
our own TV show. I think
Honestly,
we deserve our own TV
100%.
show.
If
No,
there was
would
a
you go on Love
GoPro-
Island?
No.
Yeah. Should we tell you a funny thing?
No, she actually...
They're chasing me down to finish my application, and I'm like, babes, I haven't done it yet.
You never know, man.
If you guys see Ashley on Love Island, it's class.
I'm done. If you see me on Love Island, are you crazy? Nobody's turning their TV off. They're sitting there
Everyone's
waiting.
Boy,
let me tell
star
you.
of the show.
Do you know what? Like I said earlier, my problem is I have really bad verbal diarrhea. And when people tell me to put a filter on myself, it just doesn't work out. And I know if I went on there, I'd either embarrass the hell out of myself or expose too many things that I'm just not meant to expose.
Oh,
That's my problem.
Yeah,
But that's the fun of
we
it,
can't let Ashley on live.
What is any other like? Is it just Love Island you wanna go on, or is there any others that you go on?
My middle name is Core, so if the Kardashians ever want to do and do a Kardashian, I'm right here.
I mean, I wouldn't go on the Kardashians.
No, I would,
I'll just blend in with the assistants.
just so I can be like, why would you do that?
Why would you do it?
Why would you?
Yeah, no, that's embarrassing. Are you crazy?
So embarrassing.
No way. If I start snotting when I'm crying, I've never seen one of them snot when they're crying. Boy, I'll
They're the
start
Kardashians, of course
stuttering.
not.
You know when you're breathing and you're like, when you're crying, I can't do that. I'm not embarrassing
I
myself.
can. I do that. I'm not a
No.
drama queen. I'm a drama queen. I make a scene.
But I think we'll pop off on a reality TV show.
Yeah,
We
me and
should
Ashley
definitely do
need
one.
our own show. I don't think people understand
I say
that.
we should
it
have like
then,
GoPro stuck on our head everywhere we go.
Let's not do that one.
I mean, not everywhere. Okay, when we go to the bedroom, that's closed. But everywhere else, 100%. 100%.
Again, you know these reality shows. What about these people like X Factor and Britain's Got Talent? Do you agree with them then?
Story.
No, I would never do it.
My
No, but I mean, like, do you agree with it? Like, because obviously, like,
No.
people become
Oh,
I don't
celebrities
agree
from
with
it.
I don't even agree with it. I think it's like, although I interviewed one of the Britain's Got Talent winners, Axel Blake, the comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I can rant with the comedians and all of that. But you know what it is when it comes to music and all of that. I feel like because that's what it is. Mainly, Britain's Got Talent is all for music and it's all for that. But there are the acts that do come on, dance and whatnot. But I think putting yourself up against other people in a judge in a competition, I just don't see the point of it. I really I immerse myself into showcases rather than competitions.
That does make sense when you put it that way.
What's the one that, the voice? I don't mind the voice. Because the voice, you can't judge, innit? Because obviously you just hear the...
Yeah,
so I don't mind the voice.
Yeah, the voice, yeah, I can get on that one.
I didn't really like X Factor for a while because Cheryl Cole, she can't sing to me. As a solo artist. And you can't be a singer as a judge and you can't sing yourself. It don't make sense to me, isn't it?
No, I get it.
Ask me if I can bring in a Cheryl Cole.
Like, I've never heard someone say that I'm going to get the Cheryl Cole album. I've never heard that. Or a Cheryl Cole single. I've never heard that before in my life, innit?
I think, honestly, the last place I heard her, and I don't know if I'm getting confused, and if I am, that just goes to show how irrelevant she is the McDonald's toys.
Alicia Dixon as well. She's another one.
Whoa.
Nah.
That's my crush there, man. Whoa. You're gone too far there. You're gone too far.
I think she's so cool, yeah. But I just think, you know what it is? Maybe musically and all of that, cool. But I think, other than that, I think she's... I really don't want to be rude, but I can't find any other word for beg. Like,
Oh my God, we are. I mean, I can find one.
what? Try hard.
No.
What were you thinking of?
That was something personal. I should have been quiet.
Oh.
That's what
But I just think that when she's judging and the way that she, like, her judging style, I really don't like her judging style. That's why I really don't have that kind of stigma with her. But musically, yeah. But yeah, that's my personal opinion anyway.
I think you should go on one of them. They'll definitely pop off.
I definitely will not. I definitely shall not.
That's rubbish. But
We'll
okay.
make our own talent show. How about that?
I thought you don't like doing competitions.
I'll be the judge. You said I'll be the competition.
But you don't.
I am the competition.
Condone.
So again, you lot have interviewed like a few famous people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one surprised you the most?
Ooh, this is so ironic. This is very, very ironic.
Mine. I think mine. I got to, okay, there's two people.
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed D. Ray Davis,
Like, I
who
love
was, yeah, that was a really big one for me because he was international, really big following. But I think personally my favorite was definitely Ambush because, yeah, he was someone who I actually listened to on a daily basis, and I actually bumped into him at a movie premiere that we were doing. We were covering, you know, Theo Johnson, T1 Official.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Just Two Drops movie premiere. We sponsored the premiere, so we got to go and whatnot and do the hosting and presenting there. Got to interview quite some cool people, but Ambush is definitely my biggest achievement so far, purely only because he is one of my favorite rappers and I think he's amazing. I think he's so underrated in the UK music industry and he could have gone so much further with his career.
That's what I was gonna ask you, like, who hurt you the most in terms of music? Like, why do you, like, what happened? Like,
What happened, man?
Yeah,
I
like,
wouldn't even say Ambush because he's still hard to this day. Every song he's dropped is hard, but I think probably with people who I'm like, oh man, what happened? I would definitely probably say, and I'm taking this long to say something. I don't know, you know. I feel like everyone who I've kind of got that. You know what? Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Gone
Do you know
before
what's
her
so
time.
funny? You read my mind. I'm
Gone
sitting
before
here
her
and I'm
time.
thinking,
Gone way before her
but
time.
that's not
She
really her
was.
fault.
Ray is the new Amy Winehouse. That's in my opinion.
I do like Ray.
A
but
modern version,
Yeah.
definitely, 100%.
I'm gonna say a bit something controversial, which I've always said before, but again, I wasn't surprised with the Amy news because I could see it coming.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone can see it.
Like, it's like the same thing. Like, no, again, I was too young, but Whitney as well, innit? Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't really a big Whitney fan because I was too young to understand that, but you can see it coming, kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, when this out in the media, Amy Winehouse was doing shows off of her head, completely off
life
of
gets
it.
the best of you.
Yeah.
But like a lot of us forget that sometimes these are just normal people that go through normal
100%,
things.
yeah, 100%, yeah.
And these things do happen, but it's definitely sad to have seen her gone.
Yeah,
I feel
100%.
like I would have loved to know where she was now.
I know she would have been global.
I really would have.
Global.
Definitely, I would love to see.
Where's she
her
from?
now.
Camden?
I don't know, you know, but I don't. I'm not quite sure, you know. I'm not even sure. I can't even put.
I think it is, you know.
I know the Amy Winehouse Foundation
think it is
set up
Camden.
around near enough.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
So, ladies, your holidays booked for this year then?
Ooh. Listen, we are on a very strict working schedule.
I haven't
Unfortunately.
told anyone about my holidays yet,
The-
especially not my boss.
The music journalism is an amazing thing, but it's a constant thing.
You
And
can do it
it's
overseas
like-
though.
You can do it overseas, but right now, obviously, the magazine is quite UK based at the moment, so it's very much so I'm trying to establish it here and then. But I've got a few places that I would definitely will be traveling this year.
What's the best holiday you've been on?
Thailand,
Oh my gosh, I'm going there in 2 weeks.
Koh Samui, beautiful place.
I'm going to Thailand in 2 weeks, seriously.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place. Oh my god, the people there, lovely. Resort we were staying in, absolutely amazing. Oh, the food, everything, amazing, absolutely amazing. Can't be at. I've been in Dubai, and I feel like the hype for Dubai is so
Overrated.
overrated.
Is it?
Dubai is a man-made country. Go to somewhere is natural.
Okay. What about
I hear
you?
that. For
Ash?
me, do you know what? It's so basic, but Tenerife Hard Rock.
Okay.
I went Hard Rock Hotel. I went there in 2022. But I think the only reason why it's been my best holiday is because it's the first holiday where I ventured off by myself. I was with my family, but I just wanted to do my own thing.
Okay.
I literally made friends out there. I literally went to the strips not knowing a single person, and it was just the time of my life. And that for me is a big thing. Because like me and my social anxiety said nope. But on that holiday, I was like, do you know what, screw it. There's no way I'm sitting here with my nan and my mum by the pool, dipping my feet in the water. Where the kids are splashing. I'm good, thank you. I'm out of it.
Don't say that. Your mum's so much fun.
My mum 100% is fun. That's why I'm taking her to Marbella this year.
Okay.
But other than that,
Where was my invite?
anyways, that's why I'm taking her to Marbella.
What's been the worst holiday?
Listen, furthermore,
Worst
you're going to be
holiday.
around us, so.
Worst holiday.
Oh gosh.
Worst holiday, probably. God, I've been to a lot of places. I would actually say Croatia. Croatia was the worst holiday.
Seriously?
Not because of the country,
Okay.
but because I sprained my wrist on a Segway and I almost fell off the side of a cliff.
Hey, heard that? Hey, the segue.
Yeah.
Hey.
Babe, that's
Not one of the handless Segways. It was one of the ones that had the hands on it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I was like one of those big stick ones. You're holding it and you're like driving forward. And luckily enough, I have an amazing father who swung back and caught me before I fell off the side of a cliff. That would have been really
Hey.
bye. But yeah, that was crazy. And then we couldn't tell my mum what happened because my mum would have killed my dad. So we just told her, made up some random story about how my dad had these bruises on his leg and cuts on his leg, and I managed to sprain my wrist magically. But yeah, definitely the worst holiday because I was in pain for the rest of that holiday.
What about you, Ash? What's the worst?
Mine was as a kid, you know. There was like this little play area. It was like a pirate ship for the kids.
Mm.
And I just remember going down the slide and this poor little tiny boy, he must have been about, 4 at the time. I just crashed straight into him and knocked his tooth out, his front tooth. Yeah. But I definitely got my karma back because my eyes are very sensitive. And then like 2 days later, my vision was just absolutely done. I had to get these eye drops. I couldn't see anything. I spent the rest of the holiday in the hotel room. So, Nan, that's a
yeah, I
shout out to
forgot
you for
your
taking me to
half-life.
Ibiza for my first birthday, which is wild. I don't know who takes a kid to Ibiza for their birthday,
That's crazy.
but that was the worst. I felt so guilty. I still do, to be fair. I hope he got it fixed.
And I've heard rumours about your community.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's got the best weddings.
Oh, 100%.
I heard. I don't know if it's true yet.
Oh,
I heard. My friend told me, yeah, whatever you do, if you get one day, if you do,
Punjabis.
do not eat before you go to Indian wedding.
Oh, never.
Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't
You
even
got
look at
food
food.
on food on food.
That's
on
what I
food
heard,
on food.
innit?
Y'all never go hungry.
You lot got doggy bags and everything.
Good doggy bag. Take it home. Dabba.
So what's the
big
procedure?
melodies.
What's the procedure for Indian weddings? Is it the same exact way, or how does it
Okay,
work?
so my eldest sister actually got married about 6 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Like 2018, I want to say. Around that time, 2017, 2018. 2017, I think. But yeah, it's like actually experiencing it within the house and not just attending is a crazy thing. I've got such a big family, weddings on weddings on weddings, and they all last about 2 weeks. It's a long procedure because you've got to make all the food. Like the food is handmade and literally by the aunties of the family and the elder women, the bibbies, which you call them, which means wise women of the house or grandmothers, or more like. They literally all grab, that's like the first stages. They all get together, they start making the food for everything, traditions start. Then you have the maya or the haldi, which is turmeric. So it's like this dough that's made from turmeric, which is rubbed on the bride and the groom. They're separate. The bride and the groom don't see each other until the actual wedding day. But yeah, it's like a kind of like a body mask thing. You don't wash it off until the body day, until the wedding day. So it's 3 days later, normally it is. And then you wash it off and it's meant to give you this glowy, like golden kind of feel. Then you have like the Sangeet nights, which is the kind of party of... It's normally, it's normally a ladies, you have the ladies Sangeet night, which is like women coming together with the family, they're singing songs, getting the woman ready to go for where she's going. She's normally had all of her henna done and whatnot. That's normally the night that the girls get all the henna done. Then you have what else do we have? We have the juggle, which sometimes is merged into the Sangeet night, which is the juggle is like the mum side of the family that comes in to show the dad side of the family from both groom and bride, but they're obviously separate houses. The mum side of the family comes in to basically show the dad side of the family, like, look at all these presents that we bought. It's a massive parade coming in, loads of banging of drums and tamarines, and there's this massive, like, wooden pinata that has nothing in it that you got. And that stuff, and no one's stopping hitting that, so the whole thing is broken. It's just parties and parties and drinking. It's 2 weeks goes like that, honestly. I don't even remember my sister's wedding. That's how quickly it was. But there's always something going on every night, whether it's just family around the house. It's an amazing time to actually be a part of the culture, I would say. I've got like 50 cousins, and in my immediate family, there's literally so many of us, and that's literally all of my first cousins. That's literally just first cousins. And basically all of them are married. The rest of them to get married is my 2 older sisters, my 2 other cousins, and me. So there's not much of us left, but I'm waiting for mine, to be honest.
This year then, innit?
Hey! Maybe.
Okay, cool. And also about the class system. I'm a bit confused about that.
Okay, so the caste system is something that isn't really given much attention to these days, I'd say.
Okay.
So it's important to actually kind of divide Sikhism and Hinduism here. Hinduism, they have the caste system of, so you have the untouchables, which is like the lowest caste, and then you have the highest caste, which is, I think, the Brahmin. And they're like the they're like the teachers and preachers, I'm pretty sure. And then obviously the lowest class, like what you call the untouchables. I think they're called, I can't even remember what they're called, but they're I'm saying Katria or something like that. It might not be that, but they're like the untouchables and whatnot. But that caste system is quite outdated now. But it's more of a thing where to do with your social status and what your job is. In Sikhism and in the Sikh caste system, you have different like kind of levels. So I'm a Kumar, so my ancestors were potters. So they did pottery, they used to make the pots and the pans. And then you have the highest caste, which is like Jat. So if you listen to like Punjabi music, you'll hear a lot of people saying like Jat life or like stuff like that. But it's like
I've heard that before.
Yeah. It's kind of like the highest caste system. They are I think they're farmers, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm the wrong person to even tell you about this stuff. But I'm knowledgeable enough. But the lowest caste system is like I think the Bhartiya and the Jamars, if I'm correct. I'm so sorry if it's not correct. Please don't come for me. I'm not trying to call you lot like whatever. But those are like there's people who kind of stemmed. Our caste system also includes runaways from the Muslim Mughal Empire. And we kind of welcomed them into our society and was like, look, you guys have this special status of kind of like the crossovers type thing. But yeah, the caste system in Sikhism, it shouldn't even be there, to be honest, because Sikhism is about equality and whatnot. But there's still some people who kind of follow it. Luckily enough, my family aren't really on that really strict. Maybe like the first generation of my cousins that were getting married, they probably would have been like. But as time's going on, I think they understand it's not that deep. It was never that deep, or not even in that time. And as Sikhs, we're meant to be equalists anyway. So,
hypothetically speaking, scenario: would your family prefer you to marry someone in a lower class than you, or a white man? Yes.
I would probably say a lower caste than me. I don't know. I actually don't know that one, you know. But like my parents have never said anything.
Because you know what you could do as a skit, yeah?
White man. Yeah.
You could do as a skit, innit?
Yeah.
Like, Dad, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
And you got Rob coming through the door.
Yeah.
You got Rob coming through the door.
Oh my god. Oh lord.
No, I was just curious, innit? I just wanted to know, like.
Yeah. No, I think it depends. I mean, how rich is the white boy? Because
so the money does come into play then.
Money definitely comes into play. 100%. If we come from a family like mine, money is definitely something that needs to be there. I mean, I've grown up with my father at one point being a multimillionaire, so he's brought, and he came from nothing to making himself something, and he understands the value of hard work and hard ethic and whatnot, and work ethic. So I think maybe not coming from something well-to-do, but understanding that there's a financial cushion there is probably something that would definitely be can you afford to buy me off my father? Is that the
no? I like it because it's just real, innit?
I'm gonna be real.
Keep it 1,000, like bam.
My dad did everything
because my daughter's not struggling, innit? You understand what I'm saying? Innit?
I hear it. Like my dad did everything that a man can't impress me with. He took me to every country I wanted to go to. He bought me every present I wanted. He took me to restaurants that like big rappers and celebrities would never be able to get into. He's like that's the type of vibe my dad's on. He made sure that I saw that life so no one else can impress
So
me.
these rappers and these music videos, they don't impress you then?
No. No.
And just lastly, arranged marriage.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on that then?
No.
None at all?
No. I would never ever do it. My parents had an arranged marriage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I think they were like the last of the generation. They were like the last of them and their siblings and whatnot. But that is something that's really, really outdated, I think. Although that a lot of people actually kind of don't realize the benefits that it kind of has. Like your parents kind of choosing, we know this person's from a good family. We know this person can look after you. It's more of a thought. You know what I mean? It's more of like the thought behind it. But it's definitely something that I would never go into because I'm not that. Yeah, no, never. It's more of a thing where I think even my eldest sister, she was with her husband for a while before they actually came to my parents and was like, look, we want to get married. But it was kind of like a thing, hey, by the way, I just found this person and you want to get married. No, but yeah, I think as the generations have gone on, a lot more leniency has kind of come into play and whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely not something I would do.
Ash, you big onto politics?
No.
None at all.
You know what? I don't do
We're here to
politics
talk
with
to you
the
about the
politicians.
UK recession.
Politics with the politicians. No, I'm not big on it at all. I'm very uneducated in that area. I'm just not involved in it.
I understand, to be honest.
No, because obviously, as you know, the Mayor of London's Asian. The Prime Minister's Asian.
Khan. Yeah, big up Rishi.
Oh, you're a Rishi fan, yeah?
I mean, I just like the fact that there's an Indian in government. I mean, what more could you want? What's the national anthem of the UK? London to the market, like the most played song. What's the national dish of the UK? Chicken curry. I'm pretty sure.
It's like a chicken tikka masala.
Yeah,
what, the national dish?
Yeah.
Chicken and chips?
Yeah,
no,
the actual
like a chicken tikka masala, papadum naan. Like,
no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's fish and chips.
Can we just
chips.
point out the fact as well, Rishi Sunak came in to be in the prime, got elected to be prime minister on Diwali. Like that, what? That's like the Asian Christmas. Like what? Like that is actually like Indian Christmas. Like we got Rishi, and it was a big. I think it's more of like a thing that it's a big step for like the Asian community. Has there ever been a ethnic?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought a black person was getting before Asian man, but
honestly, at this
you
point,
win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Us Asians, we got it. You know what I mean? It makes sense.
And cool. What's your opinions on the monarchy then?
The monarchy, I think, is absolute load of rubbish. Don't know why they're still here. It's just tradition.
At this point,
Long live Queen Elizabeth or King Charles or Prince Philip or whoever's still alive at this point. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Harry and Meghan, big up to you because they did the right thing and they exposed all the racism that we all knew was going on anyway. Oprah did her thing, exposing it all of them. And yeah, I think the English monarchy is something that needs to just get rid of. Like, what is the point? What is the point of having a monarchy? They can't even. The government passed the laws. The government passed the laws.
All they have to do is sign
Like,
paper.
really and truly, when it comes down to authority, the government win over the monarchy. Why is the monarchy so they can take our tax money? What job did they do?
I'm not a fan of the monarchy. It's just like the coronation was last year. Like obviously King Charles got a thing in it. Innit?
Yeah.
Ask me if I watched it.
No, you didn't watch it. No, I know. No, the reason I watched it because I want to see the jewelry in it.
You know, it took me 3 days.
I was on the train when the Queen died, and I saw everyone go.
It took me 3 days to find out the Queen had died.
Seriously,
that says everything. That actually says everything because
nobody around me cares enough to tell me for starters. And second of all,
I can't lie. I won't even lie to you. On the train when I heard that, I was like. For like 2 minutes, I was like, yeah, it's life.
And when I found out, the only thing I was thinking of, I remember when I was like a kid in school, we used to like search up these videos. What happens when the Queen dies? And then like, you get 2 weeks off school.
Everyone was like, when's
the
the Queen gonna die?
I sat there and I said, where is my time off? And I got none.
She's been alive for long enough.
you guys.
So
No, literally, I actually remember.
But R.I.P. Queen Lizzie, innit? Like R.I.P. At the same time, I didn't get my time off. I ain't happy. But
I think the most popular Queen Elizabeth has ever been is in drill songs.
Yeah.
Just for the point that she's on a note. That's literally it.
Honestly.
Oh, ladies, as you know, this show is called Tipsy Talk. So we need a drunk story from both of you two, innit? And keep it PG, please, no swear words. But yeah, we need a drunk story.
Wait, so do you want a drunk story from us together or separately?
All three.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh
Drunk.
my God, don't know where to
Drunk.
start.
Okay. Drunk talk. Okay. I'll give you this one. So, the only time that I've actually ever been like blackout drunk and I can't handle myself is around my family.
Okay.
I was with my sister on her 30th birthday. This is going back a few years ago now, and this is the first time I've actually properly got blackout drunk. My dad's like close friends were there, my sisters were there, my brother-in-law was there. We were just going drink for drink, champagne. It gets you quickly. Champagne, prosecco, that bubbly thing. It gets you. You know what I mean? It gets you so quickly. And before you knew it, I was gone, absolutely gone. I woke up in the morning. I was told that we had to stop at my sister's house to go toilet. I was calling the driver. Adnan, his name's Winston.
That's a big jump, babe.
Yeah, no, but Winston was a black man from the Caribbean. And I was calling him Adnan, which is a Bengali or Pakistani name, whichever one it is. But I'm sitting here going, Adnan, pull the car over. I need to pee. I need to pee. To the point where I had to wake up the next morning, and my dad was like, who is Adnan? Like, I'm like, who's Adnan? I don't know who Adnan is. Adnan's a guy who I used to work with. I haven't seen this guy in months. What do you mean, Adnan? He's like, who is Adnan? I'm like, you're asking me like I know. He said, so why were you screaming out? And then I'm like, oh my God. I'm like sitting here causing controversy in my family without me even knowing. I'm like, I don't have nothing to. I threw up on my dress, my very expensive dress. That was the first time and the last time I've ever thrown up from drinking, by the way, and I've gotten pretty drunk. Yeah, I've never actually. The day that I broke up with my boyfriend, February the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
crikey, wow.
day after we went to Cirque. Oh my
wait,
God.
where?
Cirque Le Soir in Central Club.
Yeah, sounds expensive to me.
Yeah, they were doing a Valentine's Day special. And
Is
I
it,
went and I got shit-faced drunk. Shout out to Angel and Steph for looking after me. We ended up in some random white girl's house called Ivy. I only know this because I saw the snaps on my phone the next day. And bro, this girl was rich. Like her family's like minted rich. Has her own apartment in Central London. Like massive. Has one of those ugly Sphinx cats that have no flipping fur on.
Oh, yeah, the bull cats.
Yeah, that's how you know they got
like
money.
testicles.
Yeah, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I see this video, no word of a lie. If I show you, I can't even show you the video. The video, I'm sitting here, she's like, do you guys want to do karaoke? I'm like, yeah, let's do karaoke. And I'm singing, I sound like a tone deaf, dying, strangling cat.
You usually do when you're drunk. I can't lie
Yeah,
to
when
you.
I'm drunk and I think I can sing. But when I'm drunk,
She
it
cannot
goes
sing
out the
for
window.
anything, honestly.
What about you, Ash?
Embarrassing.
Me, do you know what? Like you, I think it's a very common thing in Asian families. My family made me feel very safe drinking around them. So I've only ever really been blackout drunk around my family. And this was when I escaped my ex. It was my first night of freedom. And I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it. So I literally drank anything you could think of. I pretty much drunk it. I was that drunk. My auntie was getting a little outhouse built in the back of the garden. They literally had the wall go up the same day, so the cement wasn't fully set. I've gone looking for a dustpan and brush, and I thought the best place to find it would be on the building site at the back of their garden. So I've gone there. I've knocked down the whole entire wall. I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, so then I've knocked down that wall. Luckily, I never got hurt. I was just sitting there chilling with the wall, and I was talking to the wall. My auntie has a video of it on one of her phones. I'm talking to the wall, and I'm talking to each individual brick, naming them and saying, I'm so sorry for knocking you over. I literally go around naming it. Like, I was like, JJ, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it to you. It was very embarrassing.
I'm not even surprised. That's something that you would
What
do.
is that supposed to mean? Oh, listen, more of that story, I never even woke up at my auntie's. I ended up in central London in some penthouse.
It's always the penthouses.
Yeah, how you not ended up in these places like?
Oh my gosh, I don't know how I end up in these
You lot
situations.
end up, I end up in like trap places, and you lot in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one there.
Yeah.
But penthouses, they're the wild ones. All I
Yeah,
remember
wild.
was I eventually stopped saying sorry to the bricks. I think my auntie booked me an Uber to go home. I clearly didn't make it home.
Clearly.
Next thing I know, I woke up in a penthouse, and I can't lie, the 3 days after that, waking up, I mean, I recovered from the hangover, but they were the best 3 days of my life.
Yeah.
But that night was just such a blur. It's very scary because I don't know what happened, other than saying sorry to the bricks.
Wait, hold on, pause. Whose penthouse was it?
I could not tell you. I was like 14. Not 14. I was not 14.
Oh,
but
I was,
a kid.
hey, I was
I was
about to
a
say.
baby. I wasn't 14,
It's an
guys.
Epstein thing.
No, but I was young. Like, this is a while ago now. Like, I don't even have them on socials. I don't have their number. I don't have nothing. I literally ended up in a penthouse, spent 3 days there, left, said goodbye, realised I don't have no form of contact with you. I don't even know who you are. I don't remember
Whoa,
their
whoa,
name.
whoa,
That's
whoa,
how bad
whoa,
it
whoa,
is.
let's rewind it. You were
I got an
14 years
interview
old.
No, I was not 14.
Oh,
was
okay,
not
my
14.
bad. I
Let
thought
me
you
justify
was
that. I actually was not 14. No.
Okay.
I would have been 17.
And you were missing for 3 days.
I had a lot of freedom from very young. I moved out at 15.
15?
Yeah, so I've always kind of...
Did you run away? You said, I'm going.
No, my mum gave me the option, him or me. And I picked her, and then she said, no, you're going to pick him because you're going to come to me.
Yes!
You're going to come to me, and you're going to run off to him, and I'm going to start doing a madness. So I was like, oh, okay. So to him it was, and then...
Wait, the same white guy that made you drop out of school?
Yep.
What bars was he saying to you? He's got game.
Do you know what? The only game I can think of that he had one time I was walking back from Tesco's, he took the bags off my hand. And he held them for me. Other than that, he used to walk on the side that the cars were on the road.
Oh.
Other than that, I don't know why I fell for him. Like, it was actually such nonsense. I gave him money for my birthday to buy me birthday presents to look good for my dad. It's wild.
This guy's amazing.
No,
He's not.
He's not amazing.
No.
He's far from amazing.
Far
Do you know
from
what? I'll
amazing.
give it to him, though. I don't know how he got me to do certain things that
That's
I
what I'm
did.
thinking.
I can't lie to you. I will give it to him because you can't finesse, but clearly you can.
Yeah, clearly.
Because he finessed me. Like, it's
That's why
wild.
that was the character building, babe.
Did you ever,
Honestly.
was he working?
Fuck that.
So he was scamming.
Boy, Universal Credit had his back. After Universal Credit was me.
Job seekers, he's
Honestly.
amazing.
Job seekers allowance.
No, Universal Credit and Pip, big up to you, Pip, because you kept our electric going for them 2 years that I was with him. But honestly, no, I don't know what I was thinking, what I was doing. I don't know. He must have been like,
Character
I
building,
don't
babe.
know what, I don't know. He had me in some, I don't know, crazy place in my head. I don't know.
Ladies, cost of living, has it hit you yet?
Me and Ashley survive off of each other.
No, honestly. No, listen, we have a system. Me and Ria have a system. Do you want to start the system? No, should we keep the system to ourselves?
Wait, you know, journalists are supposed to spread news, isn't it? It's supposed to spread to help people.
Okay, so
Or you
what's
don't
the
get.
we go spend crazy for like the first 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's
That's me
us
and
as
Ashley,
queens.
just without anyone. And then the
Yeah.
second week we survive with each other. And then the fourth week, I don't know how we get through the fourth week.
I can tell them how, but
And you do it month to month.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. No, I'm joking.
do you know what it is? It's not,
Don't
you
do
know-
that, guys. It's
No,
not
but
good
can
for
I tell
you.
you what our problem is? I don't think it's cost of living. It's we've got genuine spending problems.
Me and Ashley are like, we're just very high maintenance.
like
That's
stupid
it.
sometimes.
We're just really
if I can't maintain
stupidly
myself,
high
I'm somebody
maintenance.
else.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
Basically, we usually do a tipsy topic, but I've just got a big question that I want you to answer as a group. In it, cool. What advice would you give someone who doesn't know what they want to do with their lives?
Go and explore the world. Put yourself in different environments. Meet new people. Network. Your network is your net worth. Oh my god, this I would not even joke. I'm not even trying to sit here and keep advertising and bigging up my company, but like honestly, like the networking is crazy. I wouldn't even be sitting here right now in front of you if I hadn't joined this company. And that's in all honesty. I didn't even know I wanted to get into presenting and hosting and podcasting, but you meet new people, you get different opportunities, new experiences, you put in new crowds and whatnot, and you realize that your heart actually kind of pulls towards something else. And I always knew it was going to be the in front of the camera culture, in getting your voice heard type thing. But my dream was always music. And although I'm still within the music industry, it's different branches that I've been able to elaborate myself on, if that makes sense.
What about you, Yes?
My thing is definitely take your time. I feel like a lot of people forget that everybody's their own individual. We all have our own timeline. Somebody might be where they want to be at the age of 18. Somebody might only hit it when they're 40. But taking your time is really important because I think so many people rush into it and they're so worried about the people around them, their parents, their family, what everybody else is doing on social media, that they rush into anything just for the sake of doing it. And then the next thing you know, 5 years down the line, you've got a degree in something you couldn't care less about. You've got a bunch of debt. You're still in the same place you was before. You're working a normal 9 to 5 that you absolutely hate to pay for a house that you're not even in because you're at work all the time. I think definitely take your time with it. Stay at home for as long as you can. Try different things. Travel the world. Go to new places. Do different internships. Go to networking events. All of these different things and just follow what you love to do. That's my biggest advice. Because like I said, you're at work most of the time. If you're going to do something you love. Because when you love doing something, you're going to put your everything into it. It's your passion. So as long as you love something, I think just follow that. Obviously, you've got to keep yourself afloat. You'll find things to do that, whether that is sometimes a 9 to 5, but don't
hate on the 9 to 5 thing either.
Yeah, don't hate on it because it keeps you afloat. But I
guaranteed
think
money as well.
Yeah,
exactly. Don't be scared to follow your dream.
Use your 9 to 5 to function 5 to 9.
Big fact.
Exactly
Big
that.
fact.
But just definitely be patient with it and just know your timing will come. Don't worry too much about the people around you.
Really, in general, what's something that you like that people won't expect that you like?
I'd actually probably say it's within the music industry, and it's definitely the type of music that I listen to. A lot of people don't expect me to start putting up Joe Black and Mashtown and be sitting here talking about stand up and like, you know what I mean, and coming in with all these gangsters, old school songs, and like, they're looking at me like, Rhea, what? Like, everyone knows me as this like prissy, pretty girly girl who does everything posh and does everything nice and does everything like real, so glamorous. And then they start listening to me putting on Joe Black and then all these gangster songs. And I'm like, you lot don't know. This is real rap. This is the real type of rap that I would actually listen to. But definitely that, because I'm a very honest person. I'm a very see-through person. Everyone knows what I'm about. If you know me, I'm an honest person. I'm a kind person. I'm just genuine, and there's nothing else that anyone can kind of pull out from underneath my feet, if you know what I mean.
What about you, Ash?
That's a hard question. I'm sitting here the whole time and talking, trying to figure out I can't think of nothing. I don't feel like I'm a very unpredictable person most of the time. I'm sorry, white boy just keeps going around in my head like white boys.
Oh,
do you know what? That one does shock everyone though. That's all I can think of. That is so bad.
She does love a cheeky little bit of white chocolate.
It runs in the blood, babes. I'm sorry, it runs in the blood. No,
I would. Okay, since you don't want to say it, then from my outside perspective, I think the one thing that you wouldn't expect from Ash. Okay, cool. Without knowing, how old do you think we are?
Here we go.
You know, I was told, let's say a woman's age, isn't it? That's why.
No. Honestly, give it accurate guess.
Early 20s.
How early?
I'm going 23 for you, and 24 for Ash.
Right. I'm 20.
Okay.
I'm 19.
Okay.
That's your thing that you didn't realise.
To be fair, that's quite young from what people usually say.
Yeah, we only get a lot older. So,
but you know, it's so mature though.
That's why.
Like, you got balance. You got good balance. You got good balance in it.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't realise.
The only reason why they say it's early young because you were saying some of the songs that I was saying, innit? And obviously, like, that's when I was in uni, innit? So like, you lot must have been like, when them songs would come like, yeah.
It's a job as a music journalist to understand that.
That's very true as well.
Yeah, that's probably our biggest
That is
misconception
definitely
as our age.
misconception, yeah, 100%. Definitely our age.
We've been through a lot of things to kind of be on the side that we are right now.
I think life is definitely about the experiences you go through.
100%.
So, yeah.
Are you guys happy with your body in terms of things like
100%. I'm a very big believer in, even though I got my gym membership, but I'm a very big believer in I would never get cosmetic surgery, lips, body, nothing. Same way I won't go to the gym. I don't believe in altering your body. What God gave you is natural. Just leave it, man. Just eat healthy. Make sure you're like keeping yourself healthy. I am gonna start the gym, so it's kind of hypocritical, but yeah, that was my.
Yeah, that's more so your health. Just
yeah, I'm just looking after myself, but yeah.
What about you guys? Be honest.
No, honestly, I'll be so real. No, but my thing is, I feel like I said, when I was younger, I dealt with bullying for my body, and still to this day, to be fair, I deal with bullying. I don't really let it get to me too much. I remember I posted a TikTok, and it was about, what's something you're addicted to, and I was like, watching EastEnders, and it was like more like eating. And I just laughed at it. I was like, you best be careful. I might just eat you. But honestly, I don't take it too tough now. But I'm not comfortable with my body. But if I hated it that much, I would really get up and do something about it. Yeah. So it's just down to me and my self-discipline, which is definitely something I'm going to work on in the future. But like in general, I think it's really important to love yourself how you are either way, because you only get one body in this world, and you need to take care of it, and you need to learn to love it, because if you don't love it,
your body is your temple.
Surrounding you. Exactly,
your body is your temple.
No one else surrounding you can.
My thing is, because I ask these girls that come to the radio show all the time, it's like, it's a numbers game, innit? So they say there's 60 million people in the UK, innit? So let's just half that, say there's 30 million men out there. You will find a guy that likes you for who you are.
Oh,
innit?
100%. I'm not.
You'll find. So why?
Wait, I'm not doubting
Don't
that.
stress about it. And
No,
again,
but no. Okay, let me just put
Yeah.
you for 1 second though. You asked me if I liked my body.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me if men liked my body.
yeah, but like Big's in though.
No,
Like skinny girls being kind
Wait,
of gone
no.
that scene.
Let me
But
tell
I
you.
didn't say it's not, but
let me
it's a-
tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
And again, I'm thinking like when we a group of my guys, like we all like different things. Like what I used to like the big girls. This guy, like the girls with the big heads in it. This guy, like guy with the had a little creep when
Yeah,
looking at. So
I 100% hear it, and I'm not doubting that. I've never had an issue with men. I've never had an issue with finding people that like me or anything like that. But it's more so about what I'm comfortable with. It's about how I feel when I look into the mirror and see my body.
So what size you gonna be then?
Pardon?
What size you gonna be?
I would never really want to be too skinny. I just want to be healthy. That's my thing. I want to be healthy.
Okay.
I want to be able to look at myself and know that I can run a mile without falling, like being out of breath. Because as far as I'm concerned, if I run out the studio, I'm going to be out of breath. So it's just one of them things where I want to be healthy within myself, and I want to look at myself and feel comfortable and feel confident. Because no matter how many people around you are telling you, oh my God, you're beautiful, oh my God, your body's amazing, oh my God, this and that, the only person that you can get true, what's the word called? Oh my God.
Truth. Just truth in general.
Basically, the only person's opinion that really matters is your own. If you don't believe it, it doesn't matter what anybody else around you is saying. So, yeah.
It's really true.
Ladies, you go carnival?
No,
I've never been carnival.
I neither have I.
Oh, cause you know in the music scene and obviously journalism.
I personally just wouldn't go carnival purely just because of the issues that come from it, and like there's so much violence, and there's so many like every single year there's always someone else getting killed, someone else getting stabbed at carnival, and I just don't want to be caught up in it. I can't. Like as much as like it's such an amazing thing that I would love to be part of, I would really have to be like on the side working with someone with a food truck or something.
That's the
to
only
do
way we
that.
get
You know what I mean? I'm not
Who
doing
out
it.
here selling IS magazines.
Or on an actual float, because it's too dangerous. It is. It's way too. Although like the percentage of you actually getting hurt and whatnot, there's stampedes. There's all sorts. You can get trampled on, and I think it's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing that I will love to experience at one point in my life. But it just needs to be in a safe environment because I'm not risking that.
What festivals?
I'm not a festival person, I'll be honest with you. I have a very big thing about being around people. I will turn around and I'll punch you in your face if you keep stepping on my foot. I can't do it. If you're stepping on my
Honestly,
foot,
when I took
I
her to
can't
DBE,
do white girl Lucy over here going,
I took her to DBE last year and I got standing tickets, and it was the best and worst thing I did. She enjoyed it for like 2 minutes.
I enjoyed it when we went back a bit and we was in the side because everyone was pushing
Honestly,
and
it was
shoving.
just,
and
yeah.
although I love young ads and I would have done anything to be right at the front, she was like, I was so with it. I was like, actually, yeah, we're gonna go right to the front.
She was one
We
dragging me
got in there, I
to
was
the
like,
front.
no,
We
no,
got
no,
there
no.
and we was like, let's go back.
I was like, no,
okay.
we can't do this. We can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. It's
I
too
do
much.
understand it though.
It's the sweat. It's
I
that
get
I'm
it.
really claustrophobic as well, and I just don't like people in general. Like I just don't like. Like I can't do any. You know what it was as well? Is there were so many like drunk Lucy's and drunk Karens that were just standing up there and they were screaming.
Yeah, me was
You
one
would
of
be
them.
surprised. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
No,
Crazy.
and they're just going crazy, and I can't do it. I cannot do it because I'm the type of person who's gonna turn around and be like, if you keep stepping on my foot, I'm gonna punch you. Stop doing that.
So
I
this
can't
year we're in the
do it.
boxes.
We're in the box.
Okay.
We're in the
Yeah.
boxes.
You guys want to see live? Like, who do you like to see live?
Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill, Stormzy, Ray. I'd love to see Ray live.
Ray would be a shout.
Mhm.
But Adele, I feel like her character would just make it. I love how down to earth and
Yeah.
humble she is, how much she interacts with all of her fans.
If Amy Winehouse was alive, I
Definitely
would
Amy
die to
Winehouse.
go to Amy Winehouse
Yeah.
concert.
So what's your dream goal then? Like this whole project that you're doing then?
I think as a music journalist and a musician within the industry, I never really, until this year, I would say, I never actually really kind of had a set goal. All I knew is that I loved journalism. I was interviewing people, hosting, presenting, and I absolutely adored it. Music was an amazing thing for me. I've always been singing. I know I've got an amazing voice, and I've always been told growing up that I have an amazing voice, and I knew that it was going to go somewhere. But I feel like come around November time, I kind of got my stance. I did the music magazine. We did the first launch, and then the second launch I came in. I basically took a break from work for a year. I came back in, I did the second magazine, and it just gave me this new just vibe, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm in journalism. I'm getting the best of both worlds doing this music thing. I'm meeting people that I absolutely adore. I'm getting their inspiring stories, and I'm putting that out onto a platform and putting it back in a way that other people can see and do what they're doing type thing. And I really like that. I love that element of kind of helping and being able to educate whilst being in an industry that you love. Music-wise, I would definitely be shooting off down that career. Studio, I just became the manager of our studio, which means I'm going to be working, thank you. I'm going to be working with so many people that I've always wanted to work with. And I'm that person now that they can be like, oh, by the way, can we come here? Can we? And I really, really love that. But the last step, I think my final goal would definitely be with music journalism. I think I mentioned it earlier, but is the evolution of road rap. I think it's something that's so interesting that so many people would really, really find interesting, actually understanding what all the music is about and understanding who was involved in it. And even though you might not even see the people who are talking about it and their real life experiences, but maybe even having one of my magazines purely from back to front, just the evolution of road rap. That's definitely something I want to do.
Yeah, mine is definitely, I feel like, I mean, growing up, my first ever job was Inside Success. I have done things in between, and if you guys don't know what Inside Success is, it's basically a platform for the youth where they work with 16 to 24-year-olds with workshops, projects and programs to empower their mind and keep them away from social issues. So through Inside Success is how I've got into other industries, such as presenting, working alongside Inside Music. We have so many things going on right now. But because of
I'm
that,
Inside Music, she's
yeah.
Inside Success.
So initially, it's crazy as well, because initially I built Inside Success, Inside Music, sorry, and then she came along and she's taken over and she's just taken it to levels that I would have never been able to, because that's not my department, that's Ria's department. But through working for Inside Success, I've developed a really strong love for influencing and helping the youth. And it's something that's always sat very close to my heart, because one thing growing up that I wish that I had was somebody who could guide me and who could take me, basically use me as a stepping, I could use them as a stepping stone to get to the place I wanted to be. And I feel like there's a big gap in society in general for the youth that want to find people to use as mentors and stepping stones to get to certain places in life. So if I was able to build a platform with the experience that I have, the knowledge I have, to be that stepping stone for them to get into the music industry, to get into acting, to get into journalism, politics, whatever it is, then I'd be happy. As long as I'm making a change and being somebody that they can look up to, and they can actually not only look up to, but turn to and ask questions and be like, what do I need to do? Can you help me do this? How do I get there? How do I get from A to B? If I can be that for them, then I'm happy. I'm a good Yeah.
Last question before we leave, ladies, yeah? Epstein list. Who's on it?
What, my what list?
Epstein.
That's what I was confused.
My Epstein?
Epstein?
Elaborate.
You know who Epstein is?
No. What?
Yeah.
The J word?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god.
Guys, I feel excluded.
Oh, what? Who's gonna come out?
Yeah.
Oh.
For what?
Okay, who do we think is gonna be the next Epstein, babe? Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and Ashley have a few stories about people that we work with, but we're not gonna say anything.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So there's a few.
We'll say like a part two when you lot come back, when you lot blowing it.
Yeah. Let's do that, because then they can't say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, again, before we leave, like, on real, like, what would you like the people to know? Like, let the people know before we leave, like, any last words?
Watch out for us.
Watch out for us and make sure you lot, like, actually look out for the magazine, because I just want you guys to know that I wrote it. No, I'm joking. But definitely keep an eye out for us, because we're going to be something to watch this year.
100%.
100%. It's
The
Rhea
year's
and Ash.
coming.
It's just Rhea and Ash.
Especially, babe.
You know what I mean? The year's coming. We've got so much coming. We're going to be having awards nights this year. We're going to be having headline shows, chances for you guys to meet celebrities, all this type of stuff. So if you guys want to get locked in with it, make sure you follow us, Inside Success UK, Inside Music UK,
My Sound UK.
My Sound UK,
Inside Success
London.
Nigeria, Inside Success Ghana.
Yeah, everything, man. Keep
London
watching
X.
us. Keep watching us. London X,
Yeah.
London.
List goes on.
Follow us on everything. Yeah.
Show us as well, we can find you at social medias.
Yeah, London. HILONDON.
Ash.LondonX, ASH.LONDON. X.
Well, Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation. Here we go. Cheers!